sure I look as stupid as possible. Alright. Hi, my name is Makasy, and today we're gonna talk about my favorite pants at the moment. But I wouldn't say my favorite. My favorite is still the Patagonia, but this is like my most fun pants. No, that would be my diaper pants from Rick Owens. It's a pair of pants that I've been wanting for a while, and I'm finally glad that I got it. So let's talk about it. So, when it comes to pants, there are a lot of material to choose from. Obviously, there are cotton, polyester, viscose. Do they use viscose for pants? Yeah, viscose. You have leather. You have silk. One of the most popular material to make pants is polyester. So polyester, it doesn't wrinkles, unlike cotton. So polyester is great. Polyester is also very soft, and it's wrinkle-free. So did I talk about that? Yeah, wrinkle-free. So polyester is wrinkle-free, unlike cotton, which I hate. Like if you look at these khaki 100% cotton pants from, say, Abercrombie, say Urban Outfitter, or Aeropostale, right? These pants are wrinkle-free. I hate wrinkles. I cannot stand them. Another thing I like about polyester is that it's very flowy, so their air will circulate throughout your body. And it's also very soft. So polyester is great for summer, spring, and fall. And winter is also great, but the polyester should blend with something else, so then like it'll be more durable for the winter. And speaking about it from a manufacturer or from a designer standpoint, polyester is also one of the cheaper materials, so it also doesn't cost too much, like silk pants that they cost a lot, or wool, or one of these like technical cotton from like brands like Acronym, from brands like, what other brands are? I don't know that space. I'll put up some photo right now. I don't know. I'm not into those kind of fashion, like Nike, ACG, stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about, I hope. Today we have a pair of Issey Miyake Homme Plisse, which is 100% polyester. So I had this. I was planning to do research to show you, like, okay, this is how the polyester pants are made. I would show you like the machine, of what the machine looks like, which we didn't see until like Issey Miyake had an exhibit in Tokyo Center or something years ago, like 2013 to 2015, and then until recently they finally put the pleating machine in one of their stores in Tokyo. So like, anyway, I was gonna do a whole section about like the history of the pleating, blah 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 blah. 1988 onward, this proprietary pleating. Why do they do the pleating after the cut and sewn? I was gonna do like a background things, but maybe, okay, if I do that, I'll insert the clip right now. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere. Let's look at the details. So first of all, I would like to show you the inside of the pants, because I feel like when you see these reviews, like, they don't really show you the inside of the pants, and I think that's one of the more important parts, because that's the part where it's going to be touching your body. So for example, like with wool trousers, most of the time they have like a panel of like polyester or something to protect your skin from the itch. It's like a blazer, like a wool blazer. It would have like a polyester lining or a nylon lining, just so your body doesn't touch the fuzzy parts. I don't think anybody has shown you what the inside of these pants look like, but I think it's important, and I would like to start that trend, maybe. Like, I think it's important. So let me just show you. I'm sure I've already been showing you the inside of the pants, so let's move on. And as you can see by that footage earlier, is that when you look at the pockets, so the pockets are also pleated, and if you look at it right now, the pleating is a lot closer, and it is straight-legged, and I believe it's straight-legged more so towards the wide side rather than slim. I don't think these are slim, so they may be tapered a little bit at the bottom, but not a lot. I think the tapering is just because like our thighs are bigger than our legs. So maybe I need to lose some weight to make my thighs smaller. Who knows? So that's two pockets, no back pockets. The pockets are great. It is 100% polyester, and it is rather thin and lightweight. So I do have some worries about whether this will last if I continuously put like heavy items like a power bank, like my phone, because these things these things are not light, you know, so, and it is just thin and lightweight polyester, so I kind of want to test it out and like put possibly a sandwich, maybe a passport, and a book, you know, just like, these are just random things I just came up in my head, so maybe I'll put those things in there, so just to test out how durable it is. And also, it's very large, the pockets are very large, and I also want to show you the stitching around the pockets, because see, okay, with pockets, like most of the time people don't really flip their pants and look at the stitching on the pocket, so this is where brands and designer can cut corners. So I think, well, like, we're paying $300, $400 for these pants, so I think we should not give them a pass on something that they choose to cut corners on. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think, so the pockets, I'm losing focus. Anyway, the pockets, like, this is where brands can cut corners when they can just fuck up the stitching, just go faster than normal. Because like, who the hell is gonna flip their pants inside out before they buy to check the pockets, you know? So this is where brand can cut corners. And what I like about these pants is that, as you can see by the stitching right now, it's great. It's very symmetrical. There's no over stitching, under stitching. Everything is very lined, and it just, the length of each stitching is just very good to me. And I haven't found any flaw with it, so I think that's great. I think, and you know, it's also Japanese quality control. Like, they're known for their quality control. I learned something in school about, so there's this term called supply chain. I think it's like lean supply chain. And it was started by Toyota or something, Toyota or Nissan. Anyway, one of these Japanese car manufacturers, they have this thing called lean supply chain. So everything is just a higher standard, and I believe a lot more Western companies have copied them, or at least implement parts of it into their own supply chain. So with regard to quality control, the Japanese are one of the best. So, and these pants kind of prove it too, on a smaller scale than a car, obviously, but you know, it's still quality control. It's Japanese quality. Once again, these pants are 100% polyesters, and I want to show, well, we'll talk about measurement next, but I'm having trouble coming up with talking points about like pants, because like, there's only so much you can talk about with detail wise. Oh, it has belt loops, so you know, it's, if you need it. And something else I want to talk about, let's just transition to the sizing and measurement and all that now. So I got these in a size 3, and prior to this, I forgot what video I watched on YouTube, but like, this guy was really emphasizing the size, like, oh, if you wear this, you should go this. If you wear that, you should go that. If you wear this, blah 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 blah. But you're not picking these pants out based on your sizes, your waist size. You're picking these out of your height, in my opinion, because it's elastic. So like, you're gonna fit all of them. And to prove this further is that I'm gonna accumulate a couple more of these pants. I'm gonna get a size 1, size 2, and the current size 3. So I'm gonna get all 3, show you that I can fit into all 3. So sizing is merely suggestions with these pants, because they're elastic, so you know, it's gonna fit everybody. Just, if you're skinnier, it'll tighten up, and if you're on the skinny side, they have belt loops, so you can just belt up your pants. If you're on the thicker side, just squeeze them out harder. It's elastic, it's gonna come, it's gonna give way to your own doing. So I don't know, I forgot, man, that one video really traumatized me. I'm sure other reviewers have said that, like, hey, you know, these pants are elastic, you shouldn't worry about sizing too much. But for some reason, that one video from that guy really stuck in my head. Anyway, sizing. So I got these in a size 3, and as you can see on me, it fits great. And I believe size 2 and size 1 will also fit great. And oh, one more detail. These are high-waisted. So there's more detail I can go on. It's lightweight. Incredibly lightweight. It almost feels like you're not wearing any pants. Like, I'm sure people have said that before. Like, these are amazingly lightweight, and it feels like it's not even there. It feels like, and like, there's a lot of airflow going through it, because once again, it's 100% polyester, and it's also the lighter polyester. Okay, back to sizing and measurement. So let me just include the measurement clip right now. So yeah, so I have a 30-inch inseam, and with the trousers being high-waisted, you can, you know, hike it all the way up, and it's just more comfort. I like high-waisted trouser because, like, you know, like low-rise jeans, not for me. Like, you have to adjust your pants a lot more, and it's super weird. I really like high-rise or mid-rise, and I don't generally wear mid-rise anymore. Like, these are high-rise. Look, ready? You can pull it all the way up, but they sit down here. But you have a lot more room to pull it all the way up. So anyway, that's just my preference. And if you are like me, if you like your balls, if you like your dick, you would wear your pants high-rise. You know, you're not a YSL fuckboy, okay? You're not a YSL whore. Please don't come for me. I would like to be skinny just like all of you, but I'm not. I'm getting there. I'm working on my way there. When I am there, I will wear low-rise and start making fun of people like me right now. But until then, you guys are fuckers. And like good jeans. Anyway, skinny people. I'm jealous. Moving on. Let's talk about retail price. So these particular one, the purple one that I have right now. Oh yeah, purple. I'm sure I don't need to say it. You've seen it. It's purple. These trousers retail for $320, but I got them for $170 on Matches Fashion. I caught it in a sale, and let's talk about it real quick. So these typically retail from $280 to $350 on like these regular straight legged trouser, but with that special edition, it goes up like $550, $500. They have this one version that I really like. It's the wide-legged trouser. I'll put it up right now. I think these are very cool. I'm gonna look to pick it up next season. They also have a pair where it's like, so obviously these are already pleated everywhere, but with this pair right here, they have like the signature. They have a more prominent pleating in the middle, like regular pants, and I really like that. So I'm gonna look to pick up a pair of that as well. So these retail for $280 to $300. Let's just say retail for more than $300. 300, let's just say it's 300. And with the popular color, with the like of the gray, the black, excuse me, one second. I just lost my sneeze. Anyway, these trousers, they tend to sell out, but they do go on sale. So I've seen a few black one goes on sale for like down to like 220, 200. So they don't really go down past that 50% mark on like these everyday colorways like gray, black, white, navy blue, you know, stuff like that. But with these purple, I guess it wasn't that popular, so it went past the 50% market, 50% off. So I was very lucky to get that. If you are planning on getting one, I would suggest that you wait until the sale. Even if you're not waiting for the sale, the suggested retail price, the MSRP price, is also very low, relatively speaking, to the brands like Balenciaga, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. We can compare them to their fellow Japanese designer like CDG, Yohji. Like Yohji trousers starts off at like $1,000. Homme starts off at like $700, $800. And these, the retail price is already $300. $300 is the price you pay for Yohji trousers once it's in deep sale and it's not a great pair of trousers, because like they didn't sell out. Yohji fan, they're very hardcore, but they will spend the money. Anyway, so like relatively speaking, $300 is not a lot, but generally speaking, $300 is a lot for a pair of pants. $300 for anything is a lot. And sometimes I have to detach myself from the fashion head and look at it from an objective view. Like, okay, $300 for a pair of pants is like, so I'm not a foodie. And if you're a foodie, you probably look at a piece of steak, like a Wagyu beef. You see that for like $130. You're like, that's a great deal. And for me, I'm like, $130, I can go to Stop and Shop and pick up a $20 steak and it'll taste closer. So it depends on what your interests are. So in my case, I am interested in fashion. So $300 trousers doesn't look like it costs as much to me. But me looking at food, you know, $130, $140 for however ounce steak or Wagyu, you know, I would view that as a lot. Whereas that person, that foodie who's not a fashion person, why am I over explaining this? You are probably getting this already. I don't need to keep going. Okay, anyway, retail price is not that bad, relatively speaking, in the fashion world. So if you have the funding for it, you should. If you want the black pair, I suggest you wait for the sale. However, I would wish that you are at least on the private sale for the Essence. With Essence, if you're on the private sale, you will see the sale item sooner than the general public, and these pants tend to sell out at retail price already. So when it does go into the sale, it goes by really quickly, just like that. Like, it's tough. Like, if you want these pants, like $300, you should be willing to spend that. But 220, I feel like 220 is not a bad price. I'm okay with 220 now. So next season, when it does go into sale, 220 will be okay for me. I'm okay with that price. I will pick up a pair for me, a pair for my family, a couple pair for my family, and I'm gonna get a few for my in-laws as well, because I think these are great pairs of trousers that are great for the summer. And I hope I can get it to them in time for them to wear it. That was a long time, but retail price. Anyway, let's talk about the quality. So, first of all, polyester. I have worn these for more than 20 days already, and I think the polyester is great. And right now, I'm filming this in April 6th right now, and I worn this in the past 3 weeks like dozens of times already. So I think these are great in the a bit cold, not like cold where you need like a down jacket, sweater, blah blah blah, and a scarf, but like just like when it's 40-50 degrees, I think these pants will work great. If it's really cold, you can also, you know, do the thing where you tuck in the trousers into your socks, you know, to prevent airflow. But I think these are generally okay for like that type of weather, which is spring right now. And the polyester, the quality of it is just, I think it's one of the best, because it feels like it just, I'm sure like people have wrote this tagline already, like just like a fashionable sweatpants, you know. People have probably dubbed these trousers as that, probably GQ or something, or Esquire, whatever. I think the polyester is great. It's lightweight, it's fluid, there's no wrinkles, it's also quick to dry. So like, I've spilled some water on it and pee, and it just like dry very quickly. Pleating. So I don't think the pleatings are gonna like go away per se, but however, so it's pleated everywhere, all throughout the trousers. So let's say one of them becomes straight, right? From the naked eye, so I'm like 6 feet away, you know, you're not gonna see that, oh, this one pleating is gone. But in my experience so far, pleatings are still there, but I'm still relatively new. So I would like to make another video in 6 months or 8 months or a year and show you how these pleatings that hold up. I would like to do that, and I'll put it in my notes so I don't forget. These pleatings were done with a heating press, so like eventually the more wash you go through, the more wears, you know. I think just the pleating is gonna become less prominent. So that just, it's just how it is, you know. So stitching. So the older I get, the more I pay attention to the stitching, because like you're paying like a great amount of money for these trousers, for these hoodies, jackets, pants, whatever, you know, shoes. And you don't want these brands to cut corner. Like, you're charging me a lot already. I expect the same from you. I expect the best quality, the best stitching. So with regards to these trousers, the stitching is really well done, and like there's not a lot of like, the stitching is very consistent. It's very symmetrical in terms of, not symmetrical, yeah, it's consistent. Why did I say symmetrical? It's very consistent. So like there's not a lot of like small loop, big loop, you know, just like it's consistent. It's like a wave, you know, like it's the same all the time. And that too with the pockets detail, I did not cut any corners with regard to stitching. Again, Japanese quality control, it's great. My undercover pieces, the quality control is also great. Let's talk about comfort. So how comfortable are these? Like 1 to 10, I think it's 10 out of 10, because okay, so this is probably, you know, most of my target audience is male. So you know, when you wear some trousers and like sometimes it just falls down lower and you have to bring it back up. But then when you do that, when you bring your pants back up, sometimes the underwear stays low, so then like you constantly have to fix your underwear, like the placement of your penis, the placement of your balls, like you constantly have to fix things. These are great because like I wore these for 10 hours once and I only had to fix my pant one, but that was because I wanted the rise to be high. So in terms of comfort, I think these are great because like when you wear, okay, another reason why I hate low rise jeans or low rise trousers, like you constantly have to fix your underwear, because like men's underwear, there's a lot more fabric. So then like two fabric rubbing into one. You're standing up, sitting down, moving left to right. You know, like you do a lot of these things, and then like it moves one out of place or the other out of place, and then like you constantly have to fix yourself, you know, and then your penis and your balls, like you have to, like we all have our preferences. I put mine toward my right side or to the left of the camera, and some people may put it to the left, but for me, I put it to the right. So my balls and my penis are on the right side of my trousers. When I wear these pants for 10 hours for the past month now, I don't really have that problem, which you can contribute to the fact that it's lightweight and it's also high rise. So it's easily adjustable if it's going out of place. But again, these trousers are like you're not wearing any trousers at all. So it feels like it never gets in the way. So it's only your underwear. And if you have a great enough underwear, it will stay in place. So maybe that's just me thing, but yeah, comfort, it's incredible, and it's also soft on the skin. It feels great. Yeah, I think to end this segment is that it doesn't slide up and down your body. And ladies, you may not get this, but for the fellas, I hope you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you really need to do more research into your trousers. If you've been wearing uncomfortable trousers, you don't want your pants sliding up and down. This is why you wear a belt. Let's talk about practicality. So these, I do agree that these are mainly summer trousers, but you can wear this in the winter. Not like the coldest days of winter, but you can wear this in the winter. So I do believe that these are year-round pants. Maybe I haven't experienced it enough, or maybe I experienced these trousers to the latter stage of the winter and not at the height of the winter. So I'll come back to this in my video next year. But so far, when it's really cold, I've tested it out. Like when it was like 25 degrees, I wore these trousers like for an hour-ish outside. It didn't feel too bad, you know, but maybe just because like my body parts, the body parts that gets really cold are my ears and my head. That's it. So the bottom half of my legs, like they generally don't get that cold. So maybe it's a me thing, but I do think these pants are year-round pants. And let's be honest, like most of us don't spend our time outside that much in the winter. You know, it's cold. It's just like you probably do transitional walking. Like you get out the car, go into your work, you get out of the car, you go to school, you walk to the train, you're heated in the train, you walk to your work, you walk to your school. It's like you're not gonna be out in the cold all the time. But yeah, I wouldn't say you should use these as like your main winter trousers. I hope you know what I'm talking about. But just like you can wear them year round, but the best time to wear these are in the summer because like it's so lightweight. It's easy for the airflow to go into your body, going through your legs. So you know, but I do believe that I can wear this in the winter. From my experience, I've worn this in the winter, the latter stage of the winter, and it wasn't bothering me. Like I was warm. Maybe it's my body parts. Maybe you have colder feet, colder legs than me. But for me, it works fine. It's a winter pants, winter trousers. Okay, let's talk about the pro real quick, and I have a big con later. So I mean, it's kind of obvious already. I'm just reiterating stuff. The pros, you know, it's incredibly soft. It's lightweight. Polyester. I'm a big biased to polyester. I love the material. Yeah, so the pros, like, it's incredibly soft. On your skin, it doesn't even feel like you're wearing any pants. It's very well made. The stitching.
You were supposed to wake your girlfriend up.
I'm in the middle of filming. And I expect you to wake yourself up.
I almost slept in.
I was gonna call you.
When?
In 5 minutes.
Dude, I'm supposed to leave 3 minutes ago.
I got lost track of time. Me and this new camera is feeling ourselves, okay? I do see this as a pro. You can't find these trousers anywhere. Because like, I do believe that Issey Miyake has a trademark on these. So like, they have their own machine, obviously. These pleating techniques, it's like, it's trademark or it has patent on it that only they can use. So you will not find these anywhere else. So it's like, you're just gonna have to bite that bullet to get that for like $300 or $220, you know, whatever price you get it at. Maybe you get it at 180 like me, at 170. Then again, like, you know, Issey Miyake is not a hype brand like a Gucci or YSL or Celine, where the high street like Zara, Boohoo Man, Shein. Like, I don't think Zara knows that Homme Plisse exists yet. I'm sure if they do and like they can make these pants and release them and sell them well, they would do it. Like they don't care about lawsuits. Look at these past example, they're swimming in lawsuits. All right, con. So the biggest con right now, okay, I'm gonna put up a photo or a video right now of the tag. And I just want you to read that real quick. So I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Read that real quick. The tag literally says, please don't sit on these trousers too long. They're trousers, you're gonna have to sit on them. You're not gonna stand all the time. These are trousers, they're on your butt. What is your butt? What are your butts for? For sitting. And these trousers, they're telling you, hey man, you know, like we make these great trousers, but please don't sit too long. You might ruin our product. Hey man, we make these really practical trousers for you, but on the tag we're gonna say, if you sit on it too long and you break it, it's on you. When I read that tag, I was so pissed. I was like, this goes against everything that they said. Oh, it's a very practical trousers, but please don't sit on it too long. We are not responsible for the damages if you sit on it too long. It's like boots, you know, like, hey man, we make these great pairs of boots, but can you not wear it outside? Just, you know, like, just to maintain the product and the quality, just wear it indoors, you know? Essentially, that's what they're saying to me. That's what they're saying to us, and we just collectively accepted that. Why? Why? Bye, honey. I love you. I'm putting on my YouTube voice right now, okay?
I know.
I mean, okay, if I speak in my voice, it's just too low. If I speak in my voice,
I love you.
I love you too. Bye, honey. Finally, the bitch is gone.
Get the fuck up.
Bye-bye. Like, anyway, 100% polyester. I do see this as a con because, like, the lightweight polyester, so, like, I don't think these will last me as long as my Patagonia trousers. That one has more technology, goes toward the material rather than the design. Because these pleatings are designed. I mean, I don't think they count as material. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And the reason that, like, most trousers, they blend polyester is just because, like, polyester is not the toughest material out there. So, like, they typically blend it with something else, like cotton. Cotton is gonna last you longer. That's why jeans are made of cotton, you know? Like, jeans are not made of polyester, so that's one of the reasons why I'm saying, you know, with Levi's, like, you can have a pair of jeans, a Levi jeans from 1950, and you can still wear them to this day, 70 years later. So that's why most brands blend polyester with something else. At least that's my thinking. I don't know if the research will back it up, but if I'm wrong, leave in a comment. I'll ignore it. We move on. Anyway, and lastly, I think from the way I'm talking about these trousers, I feel like you get the vibe of it already. Like, is it worth buying? Do I recommend it? Yes, I think these are great. I think the pleating is very unique. The fact that it's so comfortable, the fact that it's high rise, it's polyester, my favorite material for my trousers. It hits every box that I want to hit. It's high rise. I mean, I'm just going on. Anyway, the only drawback or the con, like, hey man, don't sit on our pants too long. It's so stupid to me, that tag pisses me off. And another thing is that it's, relatively speaking, from a general public point of view, is that it's kind of pricey. But if you're into fashion and the choices between getting a Yoji trouser or an Issey Miyake Homme Plisse trousers, I would say this one. It'll be cheaper. You can get 2 or 3 of these trousers compared to 1 from Yoji. So from a fashion perspective, these are relatively cheap, and they do go on sale too. So, like, you can probably get it for $220, $240, $250. It just, you save $50, $60. That's a big save to me. So yeah, if you have the money for it, I think you should own a pair. Like, these are just like, you don't have to. These pants don't have to be something you wear out all the time, but these can be like great trousers for you to just lounge around in. Like, sometimes I just wear them and just sit in the living room and sit in my bed and just, like, edit my video, watch some dumb YouTube videos, watch YouTube from, you know, the amazing channel Plus, you know, and his long formatted fashion reviews, you know. It's just something I do in these trousers, you know. I hope you do the same. I hope you have a pair, and if you don't have a pair, I do believe you should get one. I'm gonna get a lot for my family, and, you know, we're gonna be the Issey Miyake gang whenever we walk out to go have our usual Sunday brunch or dinner. Anyway, yeah, great trousers. I like the color a lot. It's purple. My partner likes it too, so, you know, that's a plus. One might say that's a plus. I should end the video here. It's not gonna get less annoying. My name is Makasy. Thank you for watching. I hope this quality is better. I don't know when I'm uploading these. I'm speaking too much again. Bye-bye.